Stoicism and reverse psychology, 13 strategies for using denial to succeed. In modern life, we are constantly surrounded by requests, pressures, and desires from others. Every day, we face countless decisions, from small things like choosing lunch to bigger problems like choosing a career or deciding on personal relationships. In that context, rejection becomes an important skill, which not only helps us protect ourselves, but also constitutes unexpected opportunities. But how to refuse so as not to offend? How to use rejection most effectively? That's when we need a combination of Stoicism and reverse psychology. Stoicism, a philosophy that dates back to the ancient Greek period, became an endless source of inspiration for generations. Focuses on controlling what we can control and letting go of what is out of reach. This philosophy encourages us to live a virtuous life, find happiness in simplicity, and accept difficulties calmly. Marcus Aurelius, one of the famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "Your happiness depends on the quality of your thinking." When we apply Stoicism to life, we learn to refuse unnecessary things, refuse inappropriate requests, and know our limits. Reverse psychology, a relatively new concept, opens up a different perspective on rejection. This is the art of turning rejection into motivation, turning no into opportunity. The opposite mentality is that when we are rejected, we often feel stimulated, challenged, and from there, new initiatives and solutions arise. Rejection is not the end, but the beginning of a journey of self-discovery and ability development. Combining Stoicism and reverse psychology, we can build strategies for using rejection to achieve success. First, learn to say no tactfully. This not only helps us protect our time and energy, but also helps others understand and respect our limits. Second, use rejection as an opportunity to reflect and improve yourself. When rejected, don't be discouraged, but ask yourself, why is that so? What can I do to improve? It is these questions that open the door to personal growth. Imagine you are facing a big project, but are not really passionate. Instead of reluctantly accepting, be brave and refuse and focus on what's really important to you. This not only helps you achieve higher performance, but also helps you find joy and meaning in your work. Rejection is not a sign of weakness, but an expression of self-confidence and self-knowledge. On this journey, we will explore together 13 strategies for using rejection to succeed, grounded in Stoicism and reverse psychology. Each strategy is not just a theoretical lesson, but also stories and real-life examples that help you apply it to your daily life. Be willing to change the way you look at rejection and turn it into a powerful tool for achieving success and happiness. 2. Don't react emotionally. Rejection can be heartbreaking, making you want to react and let your emotions take control. But this is a secret weapon from the Stoicism philosophy of calm. When someone is cold towards you, it's easy to let disappointment or sadness take over. Stoicism offers another path. It proposes a reaction. Being calm and thoughtful doesn't mean suppressing your emotions, but not letting them control you when you're being ignored. Instead of getting upset or looking for confirmation, take a step back and ask yourself, why this bothers you. Is usually not self-denial, as our insecurities hurt us the most. This is the time of practical need. You are being ignored and pondering why this moment does not define you. It is just a moment. Stoicism teaches us to focus our actions and reactions, not on the behavior of others, so always be polite and kind. If you feel like getting in touch, do it with sincere concern. Expect this approach not to be passive, but to master emotions. Yours is to realize that self-worth is not tied to the approval of others. Your strength lies in how you react, not how others treat you. This psychological acceptance game is not easy, but is very transformative. When you master calmness in the face of rejection, you are not only dealing with a difficult situation, but are also maturing. You are learning that your inner peace does not depend on external validation, which is a journey towards confidence, where you learn to value yourself independently. By doing this, you show strength, real strength and resilience, and you know what not that immensely attracts people who are drawn to confident people who don't fall for indifference first. So staying calm, you not only deal with but also growing. You are becoming someone who can face rejection and making it a springboard for personal growth. That's the way as to is. 3. Remove them from your mind. When faced with the refusal to master the art of detachment, becoming a powerful tool in your arsenal, this does not mean forgetting or pretending. The refusal does not hurt you. but rather transforming the experience into something transformative that begins with acknowledging the word deny, feeling its impact. But don't let tension in your mind. Gas-killed sailor navigating rough seas, use the waves to move forward instead of capsizing your boat. Transforming rejection requires a change in perspective. Imagine the rejection is not one obstacle, which is a sign that shows you new paths and possibilities to explore spiritual enrichment activities and expand your horizons. Get yourself into a book that challenges your thinking, of participating in a sport that tests your limits, or volunteers in a community project that brings a new perspective. These things are not only distractions, but also stones to self-discovery and development. Every new experience carves a part of you that makes you more resilient and adaptive. In addition, build a positive circle around you that elevates and inspires you in their presence to share your aspirations and listen to their aspirations. Such interactions create an environment where mutual growth blossoms. Remember that rejection does not reflect your values. It is an invitation to rediscover and reinvent yourself. As you navigate this journey, you will realize that what once seemed like a painful rejection is actually a full blow to the fuller path. 4. Prove your worth. Rejection is painful, but it's also a test of your resilience. Instead of withering under its weight, see it as an opportunity to express your determination the next time you're eliminated from a meeting or skipped in a round of positions. Take a deep breath. Instead of sinking, indulge in self-pity or bitterness. Convert that energy into constructive action. Work on a project to highlight your skills or propose to lead a new initiative. Your value is not diminished by the neglect of others, which is your opportunity to shine brightly brighter. Don't be clouded by the darkness of rejection. Remember the old saying, when one door closes, another door opens. It's not just empty words, but an action plan. Rejection doesn't reflect your values. It is an adjustment towards where you need to be more. If you are excluded from a role, perhaps it is the universe that is pushing you towards something more relevant to your talents and passion. Use this as a catalyst to reassess and reframe. What are your core strengths? How can you pivot to take advantage of the dark? It's about creating your own success story, where each failure is the premise for a strong comeback. That's not about covering up disappointment with a smile, but about accepting the entire spectrum of emotions and then move forward successfully. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, our actions and reactions to when faced with rejection. To practice empathy both with ourselves and with others, to be able to colleagues have given up. You are facing their own insecurities. Open your heart to understand, and don't see it as weakness, but as a testament to your strength to grow from these experiences. Pondering them, learning, and then as the phoenix revives from the end of the rejection, stronger and wiser than before. The rejection is not the end of your story. That is a turning point in the story that motivates you to become the truest and most resilient version of yourself. Face it head on with the wisdom of the times and the vitality of youth, and watch it transform from fear. Your greatest fear becomes your greatest ally in personal growth and success. 5. Stop contacting them. Silence is not just the absence of sound. It is a powerful tool in your emotional toolkit, especially in the face of rejection. Imagine you have just been ignored or rejected. You may scream to fix it, to reach and health at distance, but here it is when you turn the tables. Embrace a silence. This is not playing a game, but regaining your power. When you choose not to react or text or call constantly, you are taking a step back. This silence not only for them, but also for you. Tori Justin, remember your worth. Don't stick with someone's approval. Go deeper. This silence is not passive but active, and the strategy you are not only waiting for, but also reflecting and developing is the time to focus on your passion, goals, and your life. Think of it as a setup, but in giving you clarity and strength. The game, this period of no contact, is not cold or uncompassionate, but the boundaries you set for your mental peace. It says, I respect myself too much to chase or beg. This mentality is not only stoic, but also giving right its peaks to your self-worth and confidence. Finally, consider the silent message you're sending in a world where immediate feedback as expected. Your silence can be attractive, even appealing. It's housed that you are not easily moved, that you have a full life. This interest and priority beyond rejection is not to make them regret or return to begging, but to show that you are firmly balanced and not easily influenced by external validation of the approach. This does not guarantee each change in their behavior, but it does ensure the change you make, you are stronger, more focused, and ready to face whatever happens next with grace and composure. 6. Prove them wrong. The art of using rejection not simply to prove others wrong, but also to prove to yourself that you are truly capable of doing something. is to turn nothing into fuel for your growth. Suppose someone doubts your abilities in a particular skill or task. It's your chance to sharpen that skill, not to gain their approval, but to overcome your own limitations. Learn deeper, practice continuously, and appear with a level of proficiency that even you, I have. This is not about making a big reveal to skeptics. Doubt is quietly building a bastion of proficiency and confidence. Imagine the impact of your actions instead of words. You don't need to announce your plans or progress. Let your results say it all. If you are considered uninventive, embark on a project. Show your creativity. If considered unconscionable, let your consistent actions be the answer to this silent revolution of self-improvement, not because of the fight against the perception of others, but the conquest for personal excellence, because when you change the story of the world about you, it also changed the true nature of proving them wrong. Not in changing their opinions, but in transforming your self-image. Your journey of self-improvement not only surprised others, but also redefined your understanding of your abilities. This is not just about proving them wrong, but about redefining what is right for you in this journey. The biggest victory is realizing that the only confirmation that really matters is the confirmation you give yourself. 7. Get out and have fun. The true nature of life shines brightest when we step out of our comfort zone. Enjoying joy is not simply having fun, but is also a strategic step to building resilience when faced with rejection. The usual reaction is to retreat and immerse yourself in a bitter feeling of the experience. But this is a change against that instinct by trying to find joy. This is not about ignoring your emotions, but about giving them a new playground. Whether it is exploring a new hobby or return to an old passion, this action becomes a challenging statement for the weight of rejection. Humans are social creatures and have great power and shared experiences on the journey to take advantage of rejection. Remember the value of your group of friends, inviting friends to go for a walk, community art project, or simply share a meal of connecting moments. Not only does this lift your spirits, but it also reaffirms your place in the tapestry of human cooperation. Every laugh shared, every story exchanged is a subtle reminder that you are not only a synthesis of failures, but you are also part of a story larger than one sentence. This thing of thriving based on connection and shared resilience is where the real miracle of entering the unknown. The rejection may feel like a closed door, but in reality it opens many doors. Other doors. Try a dish you've never tasted in a neighborhood you've never visited, breaking or attending a workshop on a topic that is strange to you. These experiences are not only a distraction, but also an opportunity to develop. Each new experience that adds to your personality layers, making you more flexible, more empathetic, and better equipped to handle life's challenges. Remember that the goal is not to forget rejection, but to grow from it, turning each zero into a ladder, leading to a richer and more vibrant life. 8. Build your position. Imagine you are in an almost invisible, ignored room. This is your hidden opportunity. Stoicism teaches us to turn these moments of rejection into catalysts for personal growth. Instead of seeking recognition, to focus on self-enhancement and community participation. This is not about climbing the social ladder, but about climbing the ladder of self-development. Do activities like physical training, explore interests, or advance your career, not just jobs. They're tools for you to build a stronger and more resilient self. Think about sharing your journey, not to get enjoyment, but to make connections. When you talk about be a bridge to finding people who are in tune with your story. This is not a strategy to attract followers, but a sincere effort to find like-minded souls. By volunteering or networking, you don't just add his profile, but also weaves a tapestry of meaningful relationships. This approach is deeply ingrained in the Stoic philosophy, where personal growth and contributions to the common good are intertwined in the construction. Your social position is the paramount intention. That this is not a search earning fame, which is a journey to becoming a better version of yourself. Every step you take should be a step towards improvement, with ripple effect enhancing the community. This change of perspective is very important. It's not about being seen, but about seeing yourself grow, and thereby helping others grow into this Stoic mindset is a powerful tool in navigating the modern world, turning a wave of rejection into a wave of positive transformation. 9. Act like they don't exist. When faced with someone who ignores you, sometimes the strongest reaction is silence, which is not a petty or cold act, but respect for one's own peace. If someone chooses to ignore you, let them do so. Don't waste your energy trying to attract attention there or start a conversation. Instead, redirect your attention in a social setting, like a party, which can mean turning to others to appreciate your presence and start a conversation there, which means realizing that your value is not defined by the acknowledgement of the other person in the inevitable situation. When you have to interact with that person, maintain professionalism, keep the conversations concise to the point and not personal. This is not to show more than them, but to respect yourself by keeping things just in relation to work. You don't leave room for unnecessary trouble. This is the stance that shows me here. Because what's important is not to ploach, helps you focus on what's important, keeps you steady and unwavering by the ultimate indifference. If the indifference remains, continue to accept the power of leaving. This is not a failure, but a strategic retreat. That is the understanding that your energy should be invested elsewhere in relationships and efforts to bring joy and growth to you. By opting out into the unilateral struggle, you not only overcome one person, but also move towards better opportunities, healthier interactions, and a more peaceful state of mind. Your response to indifference is not a reflection of failure, but a testament to your strength and self-esteem. Silence. Choosing silence over indifference is not about taking the upper room, but about helping to maintain your dignity. Stoicism teaches us to use silence, not as a means to provoke or manipulate, but as a tool for self-reflection and emotional mastery. When someone ignores it, and you respond with silence, let that silence become a time of reflection. That is the time to understand your emotions, filter your thoughts, and find clarity. This is not to punish others, but to protect your inner peace. In this silence has a chance, this profound association for personal development is not a closure, but an opening to oneself. Stoicism encourages us to use these moments to reflect on our worth and how we want to interact with the world. This is an opportunity to wonder, why this bothers me? What can I learn from this? How can I develop this type of silence? Being constructive rather than destructive is a moment to strengthen your personality and align your response to your principle. So if you choose to stay silent, let it be a conscious choice rooted in self-care and wisdom. That is the decision to avoid engaging in these lowly behaviors such as revenge, manipulation, or petty behavior. Instead, embrace the Stoic call to moderation and self-control. By choosing not to respond, you not only ignore others, but also listen to yourself attentively. It is a practice to maintain focused composure into your personal journey and embody the ideal of Stoic serenity in the face of adversity. 11. Don't beg for attention in the face of indifference. The way of Stoicism is not to beg for attention, but to cling to one's own self-worth and independence. When someone ignores you, which is not a sign for you to perform bigger to attract their attention, but an opportunity to look inward and reassert one's own value. Stoicism teaches us that our self-esteem should not be a pendulum shaken by the attention of others. It is about being steadfast in self-respect, knowing that your worth is not to negotiate. Participate in your passions and pursuits with a self-fulfilling heart. Creating is not about bragging to make someone realize what they've missed, but about making yourself realize what you're bringing. Engaging in activities that satisfy you, connecting with people who appreciate you, and building a life you're proud of. This is not a passive action, but one taking an active embrace of your own life, is participating in your child's development and happiness, to the point where the need to receive external recognition gradually becomes unimportant instead of chasing short-term attention. Invest in yourself to build a life you feel, seeing satisfaction independently of how others perceive you. Let your confidence be the result of personal growth, and your achievement is not a performance for the audience's approach. Stoicism is not just about dealing with rejection, but about overcoming it by focus on what really matters, your personal journey of growth and fulfillment. By doing this, you turn rejection into an opportunity to strengthen your resolve and gain a deeper understanding of your 12. Be kind, but keep your emotional distance. Even when faced with indifference, choose to respond with kindness, but keep your emotional world strengthened, which does not mean becoming cold, but protecting your inner peace. When someone ignores your feelings of hurt as natural, however, Master Stoicism teaches us to face such moments not with a mixture of emotions, but with a calm heart, to give a smile, a polite greeting, or simply a good day's wishes, but don't put too much expectation on that action. Your kindness is a gift. That is not one. Trading emotional distance is not about building a wall, but about drawing boundaries, is about understanding that you can control your actions but cannot control the reactions of others. This distance is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of strength and self-esteem. This is a choice, consciously choosing not to let the actions of others control your emotional state. By remaining kind but detached, you are saying that I choose not to let your indifference mix my balance. This approach not only protects you, but also helps you become stronger on your path. Kindness, combined with emotional detachment, is the powerful embodiment of Stoic wisdom that is the balance that allows you to interact with grace but still stand firm in your emotional integrity. That is a testament to your respect for yourself and others, as well as your maturity and understanding. In this way, you all turn to life's rejections, not with bitterness or hurt, but with an unshakable sense of peace and dignity. 13. Don't reveal your struggles when someone ignores you. The temptation to reveal one's struggle can be great. However, Stoicism teaches us the art of maintaining calm. This is not about pretending everything is fine, but about the internal resilience of showing that you are not affected. Is not a shambit reflection of true inner stability. To continue your life with the same vigor and determination as before is not a show to others, but a demonstration of your own strength. This approach is not about denying your feelings, but about acknowledging them, but not letting them take control. Let calmness and confidence be your guide, which is about controlling what you can act, your reactions and attitudes. By continuing life with confidence, you not only show your strength to others, but also remind yourself of that. This is one way, being subtle but strong in asserting that your self-worth does not depend on the opinions or actions of others, is essentially about not revealing your struggles, is about embracing the Stoic philosophy of emotional resilience, is not about hiding your emotions but about managing them in a way, maintaining your dignity and self-esteem. Is testament to the why. Demand integrity that shows that you are embedded in your personality and not swayed by external circumstances. We have experienced together through the twists and turns of psychological reversal. Discover 13 powerful lessons about making rejection instrumental to your success. Remember that every rejection you face is a stepping stone to increased resilience. A lesson in Stoicism teaches us how to harness the inner power. It challenges you to apply this understanding into daily life. Embracing rejection is not an obstacle but a catalyst for growth and self-discovery. I look forward to hearing the story of your victory, so press the button, register, press the notification bell, and leave a comment below to share your winning journey. And also your struggles. If I don't know what to say, just tap strength in adversity to show you've passed. Our session, your interactions empower this community to guide us towards understanding wisdom, and above all, the art of turning every challenge into a muscle. Together, let's master resilient art in a Stoic style and always be steadfast. Together, we have gone through a journey full of discovery and learning with the theme Stoicism and Reverse Psychology, 13 strategies for using denial to succeed. Ancient philosophies and modern concepts have been blended to provide a fresh and profound perspective on rejection. An element that seems negative contains limitless potential.